Okay, so this video, it's interesting enough to say the least. Why the fuck are we still going on about the Tate brothers? I thought this shit ended when they were arrested and when Tate was put under house arrest. But no, apparently in 2020, all the way up to 2025, drama's the only thing people care about. So, what the fuck is up there? Why are we still going on about the Tate brothers? This controversy started with those two twats from 2018 to now. Why are we still on about it? I know that this shit should be a bit dated, but fucking Christ, man. It's been fucking 6 years since that point. Why are we still going on about the Tate brothers? I know that they're under controversy, but Jesus Christ. And I mean, like, yeah, fair enough. The shit they did is very far. And, but just so then I don't have people get the wrong image about me, I'm not defending those bastards. I'm not a glazer on them. I am specifically being realistic about this. Why the fuck are we still talking about them? I thought this controversy with those two dumbasses ended years ago. 6 years ago, and yet we're still here talking about it. I mean, it does make sense when you do realize that they did also try to chat up with fucking minors, more in particular Tate himself, Andrew Tate. And to all the Andrew Tate glazers, man, none of what he's saying is true. I've had to do constant fucking business classes in Fingal, in my own college. A lot of what Tate is saying is not actually true. I mean, he's already done a fucking pyramid scheme that CoffeeZilla has put him up for. But yet, nobody seems to really get the fact that this was 6 years ago. 6 years. Why in the name of God are we still going on about it? Did they just commit a felony so fucking bad that nobody else wanted to even know about? Now, I particularly made this video for one reason only. It's about how these idiots are just getting through life. Because Andrew Tate is still here pulling crypto scam after crypto scam, wanting people to pay 700 fucking K just to then have a course with them that literally leads nowhere. What I add, since I've been doing accounting classes in my college a lot, and yes, there's a lot of numbers, and I barely understood most of it until now, but in order to actually get where you are in life, you do not listen to two fucking idiots like them. Andrew and Tristan Tate are idiots. The only reason they even have the amount of money they have is because they ran cryptocurrency schemes. And while they're flexing their fucking budget, which is very fucking bad for your own image, because it just shows how fucking reckless you are with your own ego. I'm simply pointing out the fact that there are other ways to make money around this. You could do art, teach yourself how to do art, sell it off. Try to make your voice powerful enough to be heard, make your own band from it. Look at where I am right now making this video. My voice is currently at that stand where I could practically go into full heavy metal if I wanted to. And yes, I'm also taking the acting and art opportunities into account, because I realize that is also where potential lies. You do not need potential from other idiots that don't know what actual potential is. Because Andrew and Tristan Tate, they came from a wealthy lifestyle from their dad when their parents were still together. It was only after their dad left that they lost that privilege. And the thing, when it comes down to all this, is that you don't need to come from a wealthy family to prove that you're cool. It's not even about the fucking... It's not even about you being cool. It's simply about the fact that you have the money to afford what you want, but society would rather kill each other for it. You'd rather kill your own people for money. And some idiots would even go that far. Others have. Then there's other people that don't value money. They value the money, but they also value life. Now, my brother's friend, who does actually come from a rich family, he understands. Because, sure, does he come from a wealthy family? Yes. It's mainly because they work on stopping cancer. They give out the opportunity to make that money. And you can do the same. You have ideas to go off from. You don't need idiots like Andrew and Tristan Tate to get in your fucking head. They have been in controversy for years. And knowing me, I've never been in controversy ever, because there isn't really much to me that should even cause that, since most of the time I spend my life alone in the fucking house because my brothers go out or my dad goes out. Or my mom's in work. Or we're all in our own separate part of the house and we focus. That's the thing. I found a reason to make YouTube videos because it also provides content, which also means it also adds on the money for me. But I don't see the money like money. I still see it as if it's from the viewers or subscribers. Because you guys are considered people. You're not considered fucking wealth to me. If anything, I'd say money is tearing society apart. There is actually a rapper that made lyrics for this. He goes by Tom MacDonald. He made two songs, or two rap songs, Me Versus You and The System. They are the ones that clearly acknowledge the flaws that are literally happening with life as we currently speak. And yet, here we all are, still taking advice from two fucking morons known as Andrew and Tristan Tate, flexing their damn egos because they'd rather flex the fact they're getting prison sentences than actually getting a real job. Because crypto scams ain't a job. You want to know what actually gets you your job? You need to have your own social circle too. You have a good image, that also provides a good job. Andrew and Tristan Tate are just a bad image. You gotta treat them like children. You gotta see the fundamentals. I'm 18 and autistic. I'm literally planning to make my own business at the age of fucking 18. Once I have my Revolut sorted out, I'm going to be selling my artwork off. That is a business idea. I won't be charging overpriced shit. And yet, here we all are, repeating history, listening to two fuckwits. Two fuckwits that have had more controversy than Seth Kinstall himself. And yes, I have to keep mentioning him on my previous channel because that's how much of a joke he is. So much so that when I ended up originally having my original YouTube account on, his content stopped showing up for me the more I spoke out about it. That's the thing with life. If you want to have the good life you want, you do not listen to fucking controversy and two idiots, or any fucking idiot to be in that state. In order for you to even get through life at all, you gotta pick up the pieces. And this is coming from someone who's had suicidal depression for years and learned to actually look past it all by speaking to my youngest self for once. You got to look back on your original timeline self. That you, when you were younger, take all the ideas you originally had and try to make it possible. The best place to start would actually be Hong Kong and Japan for businesses, because those two countries are the most popular in terms of actual wealth over this. You can actually, you fucking tell it's true too, because like, look at the population count. People have respect, and the ones that don't have respect, they do get dealt with. You get what you want if you put your mind to it. It's not fucking political motivation I'm giving, it's discipline. Because that's the best way to learn. Not through motivation, because motivation doesn't last so long. And I learned this from my dad. You don't learn through motivation, because motivation never gets stuck with. But the best way you can learn from motivation is by the discipline. The discipline allows that. You allow the discipline to be in, the motivation isn't required. It's the discipline because it gets you on your feet. You gotta keep it on your feet. It's like making a deal with someone. Like, look at these drug dealers in Spider-Man Miles Morales I'm using as background footage. See it like this. These idiots do drugs. Would you rather get a living by doing dirty work or get a living by actually getting yourself together? And there's shit with Tom McDonald that I mentioned earlier there. He is the clearest example of if you do have these addictions too, you can get up from it. He originally was an addict. I used to fucking overdose on pills to try to kill myself, and because of him, I finally looked out on life more. I'm still relegating myself to humanity because I still acknowledge its flaws. But I'm still finding a way to live around it. The best way I could possibly formulate this is by not listening to any idiot that goes on about financial setback when they themselves are using fake money for their own leverage that you provide them with. It's not even about the fucking money in the first place that you'd be wondering about. It'd mainly be considered about how you're being seen by the world. Because in order for you to actually get money too, you would also need a good image. But the money is what's tearing society apart. And you'd expect Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, the two absolute fucking morons of civilization, to understand this, but no. Instead, we have a society that is trying to tear itself apart, wondering why it can't get millions, and then I'm here having to formulate it into fucking childish words just to get it through people's heads. That is not how life works. Life never fucking works that way. If you want a life the way you want it, you gotta think about it yourself. You got to actually put your mind to it. Whatever idea you have, make a business out of it. Like, currently as we speak about this, I currently have plans to go into acting right after I'm done selling my artwork off, because that leads me into more opportunity and I can be a lot more fucking public about this. It's relegation a lot of the time. That's what causes humanity to reach its dark side. It is so focused on one minority, it completely forgets the other half that still exists. Sure, Emma, you're basically going on about political stuff here. Yeah, but here's the thing. Unlike everybody else, I'm in the middle of it all. While you fuckers are choosing Trump or Biden, I'm here going in the middle of it and going, oh, here, what a load of bullshit, because none of it really matters. Because both sides are just as equally wrong as the rest of them. We are here currently going through a fucking financial crisis. We are going through an inflation crisis. Yet nobody seems to realize how easy it is to solve. Maybe if we decided to stop the inflation, that would have been nice. And you want to bring some light to the table here? I have been studying a lot of this shit when I had accounting classes. And over the last 6 years, the inflation has started. This is gonna probably sound like it's fake, but it really isn't when I've actually done the math. We have currently had more than 70% of life's current resources reevaluated, which means we currently have more now than we ever did previously. The shrinkflation is the main reason people are still having the problems they do, because the government is refusing to fix that issue, because they want more money. If we stop providing them with money, then they also lose everything they once thought they had, and then they'll finally listen. The government won't acknowledge this shit. There are some millionaires who also do acknowledge this. There are some actors from the fucking 60s. Actors that started from 1998 that have understood this and are on my same basics. You do not need to have billions to have a single bit of food. You just need to keep yourself financially stable.
Oh, you're the new one.
And nobody is willing to actually listen. That is the problem. Look at how fucking the election went last year after the financial crisis and the shrinkflation and the inflation kicked off, right? Put that into perspective. Because of that issue and humanity tearing itself apart for fucking gold, you eventually begin to understand that the basics of all of this is fucking ridiculous. It's a bit of a fuck you from the actual government when they're adding this shit on that nobody needed. And the thing, when it came to the UK splitting from the Republic, that caused all this, and also why people like the Tate brothers, who I've been using for an example now, for God knows how long, you gotta actually add on to this that giving idiots like them money is the exact reason our population isn't fucking rebalancing itself. Back in 2019, you could literally get yourself 3 packs of fucking gum for €1. And it's because of idiots like fucking Andrew and Tristan Tate that none of this can really fucking change Because nobody is actually willing to add on that. Nobody is willing to actually change any of that. How would you feel if you tried this shit and out of nowhere, halfway through you trying to make your stance, two idiots stop you from making that stance, and then not just do you lose that stance, but you also deal with the population trying to kill each other because of simple methods. Simple methods in which you know you can actually get past, yet society won't fix it. Because nobody understands how easy it is for the entire population to recount itself. It's not fucking magic. Just because the UK left the Republic does not actually mean we are under the fucking alias of life itself constantly having to be changed. Life is literally biting its own ass because of idiots like Andrew and Tristan Tate, and society is refusing to listen. You people get idiots like them their fame. You are really to blame for fucking society's own problems. But does society care? No, because we'd all rather kill each other for fucking paper. Green paper with magnetic ink that isn't worth the bollocks. It is like trying to explain this to a bunch of 4-year-olds. Even when the UK had left, society could have easily rebuilt itself. Society could have easily managed to shift its tone, call out the idiots that needed to be called out, but they don't. Why? Because they think people with power are going to kill them if they speak out once when the power isn't worth shit. This is what happens when you have leaders that don't know fuck all about politics into the actual lineup. And I actually have the music that I mentioned earlier about it. Tom MacDonald actually explains it in the same format I currently do. It does make a lot of sense. When you add into perspective, most of it is in fact true. We give the wrong people the wrong money, and yet we're all here complaining about it later on as to why humanity is falling apart, why society's trying to kill each other for it. We all literally, if we could have dethroned the corrupt leaders we have, and we don't. How are we supposed to rebuild a population when the population itself is so redundant and refusing to listen itself? I'm not American, I'm Irish, and yet I still fucking see the same bullshit pop up. But I'm only speaking out about it because I'm getting fucking tired of seeing it. Because, let's make an analogy about this here. If you really, really, really wanted to fix society, fix its problems, we could have easily done it. I've found ways around it, yet nobody else is willing to do the same. The society seems to think that just because one person figured out one thing, nobody else does. We are currently going through an economic crisis because of idiots like Andrew and Tristan Tate, and then you are all here bitching to others about it. And I'm just here looking at it. Everybody else battling each other for the same bullshit. same or different bullshit, it doesn't matter what you do. Because both sides never win. And when you do actually put yourself in my place, like in my actual spot while I'm saying this right here, right fucking now. When you're drawn to the middle side of it all, it really does go to show you how much society really has grown and evolved backwards. Society has literally evolved backwards because of this shit.
Those people are definitely burglars. Wait,
how are we, as a society, supposed to get through all this when society itself is refusing?
You can't escape justice.
It's a bit of a fucking joke, isn't it? Sounds stupid, sounds redundant, sounds like an actual heap. But a lot of what I'm saying is highly true because we hire and get the wrong people in. And we're just expected to live with it. I mean, the millennials here aren't wrong. I mean, I'm Gen Z, but yet I act more millennial here. Mainly because I hate my own generation. But for a good reason. But if you look at this from a metaphorical standpoint, society itself has to realize that there is a middle ground for it if you put your fucking mind to it. But the problem is, nobody is fucking doing that.
Yo, donation stand robbery.
Look at Ireland and America. UK and the US, we're all practically killing each other for simple paper towards a problem that can so easily be solved if the government weren't so fucking corrupt in how they solved it. I did a lot of politics classes, so I have to go over this. Now, I'm not political, but I do have to make my stance when I need to. This video is simply just an explanation that idiots like Andrew and Tristan Tate, you do not abide to them. You do not give them the luxury they do not deserve. That is like giving an entitled little shit, like a 4-year-old, constant attention, while the other side is getting almost nothing. Basically picking favorites rather than just being simple with it. We all keep going on about this shit. Feminists want equal rights and equal pay. Other dumbasses do the same. When in society, nothing seems to follow that route. Because we have businesses that try to run us out, fear the generation because of stupidity standards. And yes, I am going to be very harsh because it's the truth. You cannot run away from something that fucking hurts. If you really could, you could have gone for your idea, solved your financial setback if people decided to not do those fucking votes. And then pick idiots like fucking Trump or Kim to even take those places. Now, he'd probably send a hitman down to my house, but honestly, I don't fucking care. I don't fear no man. Don't fear no woman. There is definitely a point where you draw the line here. Because I'm honestly fucking tired of it. I have been through 16 generations of fucking public advancement. I went from the PS3 era, from when I was born in 2007, to now a generation that doesn't know what fucking gender it is, or exactly how the hell we can save our asses from financial setback when nobody is willing to actually figure this shit out. Financial setback has grown more. We've been giving the government money for decades. If we wanted to, we could literally go back to the Roman salt cash times and pay with salt instead, because salt is fucking cheaper than actual money. Because it seems to be ever since money crawled up people's asses, that shit decided to seep into everybody's pants. I'm simply stating the truth that this shit's a load of bull.
Hey, Roxxon and the Underground are going at it. I marked the location.
Both sides are just hypocrites. Both sides don't acknowledge the fucking truth. And when they do acknowledge it, they get in a tizzy. They pull a fucking wobbler as if me, the person who already knows the truth, who's speaking the facts, remotely gives a shit. Calling us the bad guys because we fucking acknowledged it. The government picks others for a specific reason, and then we are here not long after, still picking sides rather than leaving the sides be and form a middle end. I formed a middle end years ago. As I said many times in this video, I am not political, but when I do need to make it, my fucking voice stand out, I have to make it stand out. This video is also mainly to do with the financial shit too. I'm going on about fucking important topics because they do have to be talked about. So Tom MacDonald is one of many people that does actually understand where I come from, because he's literally just fucking me personified. But me and him go off the same fucking mindset, so no really deep shit there. But in all reality, Jesus Christ, you actually gotta look at it from a deeper angle. Don't just see it from two sides. See it as a middle ground. Don't see it like it's a game of chess. Don't see it like it's a game of Pong. Just see it like it's an art form. See it where it strikes and where it seems to have its middle end. Now, I do art in my free time. I have a bunch of my art posted up there from years ago on my original channel. And yet, we are still here biting each other's heads off about it. Exactly what level of vulnerability did we have to go to in order to get to this point in our life? This shit did not exist 10, 15, 16 fucking years ago. Even 20 years ago. And all of a sudden now this seems to happen. Can't fucking call a man boy or girl without them saying they are fucking, you know, trigender, which isn't a fucking gender. You're just mentally retarded. We went from a generation where you were just, if you were gay, it didn't really matter. But yet, if you were still here, nobody really fucking cared. Now we are at a generation where we are expected to care for half these idiots. And they expect freebies that they do not deserve. I need a very strong grasp on this. Because why in God's name should we care at all if they aren't willing to care about our fucking opinions? It's simply an opinion. It is not fact. That's the biggest issue with life nowadays. The fact that people can't derive opinion from fact. They're just being prerogative for the sake of being prerogative. They couldn't give two fucks. They simply think that they're on top of the world. Like, look at Pride Month now. You think we wanted to do this shit? No, but we had no choice. Because half of y'all are ungrateful bastards. Trigender isn't fucking... It doesn't even fucking actually exist. We went from a world where there was only 3 fucking genders. 3 or more genders, and yet now we are here. New generation. Generation fucking A. And yet here Gen Z is, my own fucking generation, which I have a gripe with, just refusing to acknowledge that millennials are in fact right here. How do half of you expect to look up on life when your version of life is delusion? Like, it's a laugh. It's honestly a fucking joke. And yet we're all here expected to just be like, oh, it's fine, nothing bad there. We'll let you get away with shit. And I'm sorry I had to bring in fucking you know who again. But he Seth Kinstall is the clearest example of how bad this generation has grown. He is gay, right? And yet most gay people nowadays, and I'm not going on about the ones that are bad, like that are good, sorry. I'm not going on about the ones that are good, don't worry. I'm specifically targeting the more mentally fucking delusional ones. Like, you know, fuckers that... Fuckers like the original transgender predator I was on about my previous channel. Because he was caught filming in toilets. And I don't care if I'm sexist either, it is simply the fact that I am not going under any high-end piece of shit on the planet. I simply could not give two fucks if people get offended by what I say. It's literally the truth. Most of... Now, not all, but most of the fucking Pride community, and I do not remotely enjoy it, because I'd rather enjoy my life not being slathered to death with one of my random favorite games all of a sudden being slapped with the fucking Skittles rainbow. But if you really did give a shit about your own community that is failing, why try at all if you know it's going to leave a fucking horrible image on you? And this generation has fucked up most kids nowadays. I'm being 100% serious here. Most straight kids now, because of half of the delusional gay twats, don't realize that the ones that are actually gay are also there affecting younger kids' minds, making them think the same when they're not. They're clearly fucking straight. That's the biggest problem. It's influencing another generation, which shouldn't be like that, and then that also causes the economy to collapse further. Because now you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen without some random piece of shit showing up saying that they can do it or that they want to use the boys' or girls' toilets despite the fact that they're very clearly a fucking boy. You literally cannot associate with anybody nowadays. You cannot be nice with anybody nowadays. This video was literally made out of pure desperation and fucking despite of the fact that there's eventually a point where you do cross the line. We went from a generation. I didn't give a fuck about the economy. Because the economy was fair at that point. To now being at an economy where we are all killing each other and can't say shit without somebody getting offended. Half of society has devolved into fucking snowflakes. The last time I mentioned this in my previous video, some woke feminist decided to try and report my content for it, so I simply did the fucking opposite. I spoke out more. Because you cannot avoid the truth if the truth is the truth. It is not about the fact that you are obliged to shit. Jesus Christ. As far as I see it, half of y'all aren't obligated for shit.
Weapon steel going down nearby.
Society seems to think money is the way around all this. A lot of the time it isn't. A lot of the time it's just down to society not fucking learning from its mistakes. And then we are all still here killing each other again and again and again, and history just fucking repeats. We practically live in a digital holocaust. Like, you can't disassociate with anybody now, either. It is beyond ridiculous. It is a fucking mess. Society has turned into a mess. Because kids can't be around anywhere without somebody either getting offended, somebody getting stabbed out of pure fucking nowhere. Like, I live in Ireland, as I said before, and nowhere in my fucking life has Ireland had this many crime rates in the last 16 fucking years I've been on this earth. Like, it seems to be Ireland has turned into New York because nobody seems to get the estimates in their fucking heads that, oh shit, we all might have fucked up here. Because we're getting idiots to be at the presidential election. And then the financial shit, we all are to blame for that because nobody really fucking decided to acknowledge it until now. The fact that it took now for it to be noticed just says a lot about society. It says a lot about the entire fucking planet, to be honest. It literally says a lot about the fucking planet and the society we live in. You can literally solve this problem if you wanted to, but no generation is willing to actually get their fucking balls and put the effort in. No, I'm here doing it myself. I had to do most shit alone when I was younger. I had to learn when I was 10 to cook. It wasn't until after that I actually managed to figure shit out more. I had to get through most of my fucking life alone, just to let you all know. So my middle ground is on the same state my dad's is. And me and my dad, because we're autistic, we both think at the exact same level. Because we have the Asperger's level of autism, but with each time, the autism evolves. I'm simply going on about how fucking critical life has become. You cannot be nice without being called a glazer. You cannot put people in their place without being called an abuser, being told to fucking kill yourself. There is literally no middle ground anymore, when society used to have it. I'm less fucking angry and more disappointed, because how in the name of Christ have we fallen this fucking far? in the span of 16 years. Some 30, some 20, some more. How? Like, I'm sorry, did society decide to go, oh, we don't want to do this shit no more and completely drop the ball on itself? Seriously! Society! Grow the fuck up! There is literally chances of us being able to get through it, but nobody is willing to, because most of us are choosing to be fucking doomers. I'm also a damn doomer, right? But I also see the other side of things, even if I don't give two fucks about it. And this video might be going under 18 plus. I honestly couldn't give two fucks. But the thing is, when you do get to this stage, you eventually realize that society doomed itself from the start. Nobody else did that but society. Society is to blame for its mistakes. And I know I'll get haters for the video. I fucking know that without a doubt. But if you are willing to crash your own economy because you are refusing to listen, that really says so much about you, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to end the video off here, but if you guys want more of these videos, I will literally make an entire fucking channel series full of them, if I wanted to. And hopefully, if I can get my account back up on the computer, I can edit all the shit into the videos without having to go off my PS5's background footage and not just do a voiceover. Now, with all that said, if you all enjoyed, like and subscribe it if you're new. And with that said, peace.